the achievement of this administration has been underreported. I am urging the Ministry of Information, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and all other parastatals, agencies of government who are saddled with the responsibility of telling Nigerians what the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration has achieved to increase their tempo. Those of them in the street are being intimidated by the propaganda from the Obidients platform, from the Atiku and PDP platform. I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you.
Please. So we need to increase the tempo on what the Asiwaju administration has achieved.
The ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu held a press conference to discuss the achievement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what Tinubu has achieved since assuming office in May 29, 2023. And what they ended up discussing is the Obidients. According to them, they say Bola Ahmed Tinubu has achieved so much. Tinubu has changed the economy, he has improved security, he has improved the life of the people. But the reasons why Nigerians are not feeling what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done is because of the Obidients. The Obidients are solely responsible for what Nigeria is going through. The Obidients are responsible for Dubai denying the visa that was lifted up by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Obidients are responsible for the MEX company denying the 600 million investment that was brought in. Obidients are responsible for Total Energies taking $6 billion to Angola. The Obidients are responsible for all the maladministration we have been experiencing in this country. That is what the ministers of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is what they are saying. They are telling the people, you have to tackle the Obidients. Now, let me give you a clue of what these people are saying. The real truth of the matter is they are angry because the Obidients movement has refused them to carry out their propaganda. The administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC alliance is purely propaganda. They came to power in 2015 via propaganda because the opposition, the PDP opposition then did not, do enough to counter their propaganda. In 2023, they brought that same propaganda, but unfortunately for them, they met a resistance in the Obidients movement. Every propaganda, every lie was busted. The Obidients worked round the clock to ensure that no propaganda flied. And again, every propaganda was countered with facts, including when they want to assassinate the character of Mr. P2B. Everything was countered with fact. Where Bola Tinubu was announced as a president, and they want to continue with that propaganda. They've been dishing propaganda upon propaganda, bringing fake news to the mainstream media. Imagine when they said that Dubai has lifted the visa ban on Nigeria. Everything was countered by the Obidients movement. They said that MEX has invested $600 million in the Nigerian economy. It was countered by the Obidients movement. Everything they've tried to shift propaganda has been countered by the Obidients movement. That is why they are angry. They are angry because they can no longer sell their propaganda to Nigerians. Obidients are educating Nigerians on constructive criticism on the real issues on ground, rather than focusing to tell Nigerians what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done. They are focusing on the Obidients movement. If they are not discussing P2B, they are discussing the Obidients movement. You don't need to go to the mainstream media to spread the good work of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You don't need to write it on the papers. You don't need to speak it on the radio. You don't need to announce it. If the president is doing the right thing, the people of Nigeria will feel it. It will reflect on their daily life. Now, let me give you an instance. Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced that petrol subsidy is gone. The moment he made that announcement, instantly it affected the life of the people. All the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the devaluation of the naira, affected the life of the people. The purchasing power of Nigerians have increased. They did not need to go to the paper to read about the fuel subsidy or watch it on the television or listen to the radio. They didn't need all that. The moment that announcement was made, instantly it affected their life. This is the same way they don't need to listen to the achievement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on radio or watch it on television or read it on the social media or papers. They don't need that. If things are going on well in this country, if the economy has improved, it will reflect on the life of the people. The purchasing power of the people will increase. If security has increased, has improved, it will reflect on the life of Nigerians. If the naira is stable, it will reflect on the life of Nigerians. When they go to the market to buy food items, they will feel it. When they go to the petrol station to buy petrol, they will feel it. Everything they do, it will reflect on the good policies of the president. You don't need propaganda to do that. You don't need to start forcing it on the throat of Nigerians. You don't need to go to the streets according to them and force the people to accept that the president is doing the right thing when they can barely feed. You don't need to tell our parents that the economy has improved when they can barely feed their kids. Some of them have even withdrawn their kids from school. You don't even need to tell the farmers in the northeast, in the northwest, in the north central that security has improved when they can barely go to farm. Some of them are even paying terrorists, bandits. They are paying them levies so they can access their farms. You don't need to tell them this. They don't need to watch it on the radio, on the television. They don't need to listen to the radio. They don't need to read it on the television. The only way they can know that security has improved is when they can freely go to farm, cultivate in their farmland, harvest their crops and sell it in the market without any interruption or intimidation from terrorists and bandits. That is the only way they will understand that security has improved. It is not by propaganda. It is not by writing it on the papers. You don't need to tell a student that the economy is stable when they can barely pay their fees. You don't need to tell manufacturers and business owners that the economy is stable when they are paying high taxes, when they can barely access raw materials. Majority of them are recording huge deficits. You don't need to even go and beg investors to come to your country and invest. They see it, they feel it, they know everything is not right in this country. It is not by propaganda. So rather than focusing on the Obidients that is responsible for ensuring that fake news do not fly on the social media, Obidients did not devalue the currency, did not devalue the naira. Obidients did not remove fuel subsidy. Obidients, they are not responsible. They are not in charge of security. They are not in charge of the economy. Tinubu is. The Obidients are not responsible for when the federal government announced that Dubai has lifted the visa ban on Nigerians. The Obidients are not responsible when the federal government announced that MEX has invested 600 million in Nigeria. The Obidients are not responsible when Total left the shore of this country to go and invest in Angola. They are not responsible. Rather than focusing on them and Mr. P2B, you should focus on delivering the good dividends of democracy that you promised to give to Nigerians. I didn't want to say that Nigerians voted for you to do, because we all know that Nigerians did not vote for this government. You force yourself into power. You force your way into power. You have the power. All Nigerians are asking for is give them good dividends of democracy. Make life better for them. Improve their standard of living. Nigerians want to stay alive. They want to eat. They want to feed. They want to have money in their pocket. They want to access good health care. They are not asking for too much. They are not asking for too much. Give them electricity so they can carry out with their work. Stop the propaganda. Obidients will not allow you to dish out your propaganda. It's gone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.